Everyone, I welcome you back to Global Education Zone. And in this first episode of Crash Technical Drawing for Secondary School, we are going to be dealing with lines and lettering. Now, basically, when we talk about lettering is basically the way you make use of your pencil and your ruler to write. So basically, those are used for labeling in technical drawing. So when you are drawing, you will make use of lettering to name your construction work. So and then there are techniques used to do that, which we'll be dealing with in another episode of this video. But today we are doing an overview of lines. So there are different types of lines. We'll be focusing on lines today, and there are some type of lines which we'll be dealing with. Those include your thick lines for outline, your thin line for dimension line, projection line, construction line, and hatching lines. Then we also have the thin short dashes for hidden details, and so on and so forth. So I'll go in detail. I'll go by them one by one. So first of all, let's talk about the thick line for outline. So these thick lines, they are used for the outlines of your objects. And when we say outlines are the outside dimensions of an object. So basically, if I were to draw a let's say a box now. So I'll first of all draw my my bottom line. So this bottom line, then I will construct a perpendicular to it with my set square. So this is just a random box. Then I will draw another one. Yeah. Then finally, I will use this my set square with the set square, the combination of the set square and ruler. Put the set square on the bottom line, and then put the ruler at the side. Then take it up, so I can stop anywhere I want. This is just a random box, but the most important thing is that it looks like a box. Now you notice that when I'm drawing, I have not putting too much pressure on the pencil. So the reason is that when you are drawing, initially you make use of construction lines. So when you have done the construction line, this line is called a thin line, and this thin line, they are used for dimensioning, they are used for construction lines. So they are majorly used for dimensioning and construction lines. So we also have what is known as projection lines. So that is when you project when you are talking about line in space. There's a topic in technical drawing known as line in space. So we'll talk about that in another section of this course. Now, but today let's just focus on this thin line. Now, if you want to transform this thin line, when you are done with the outline of your object, you can now transform it to a thick line. So the thick lines are used for outline. So I want to draw the outline of my object now. So basically what I will do is I will thicken this thin line. So you see that the shape of the object is coming out little by little. So you can also try this at home. You can try this too. You first draw with a thin line, then you thicken it with a thick line. So that thin line is used for construction line or dimension line. Then that thick line, which I just drew, is used for outline. Then we also have other type of lines. We have thin short dashes. So the use of these thin short dashes, let's say there is another box behind this box now. So this is a two-dimensional box. I know this is not a standard box, but at the moment we have a box behind this. Now, first of all, I will draw that box. I will draw a baseline for that box. Then I can use the set square to draw the sides again. Then I will now use my set square just as I drew the initial box. Take it upwards, and I'll draw it. Now this is another thin line. Now, but because this is a hidden box, I'll make use of what is known as thin short dashes. So this is the third type of line we're talking about. This is called thin short dashes, and this is how it's done. It is actually it's actually a thin line, but then you make it a dash line. So you put a little bit of pressure, but don't let it be as thick as your thick line. So this is thin, and this is used to show objects that cannot be seen. So if you are drawing something that cannot be seen, that is behind, you make use of thin short dashes. Let's say, for example, you are drawing a house, and then you want to represent the back of the house from the front. So anything you are drawing from the any object at the back of the house that you are drawing from the front will be represented by these thin short dashes. So they are used for hidden details. They also have what is known as a thin long chain. So the thin long chain is used for center lines. So basically, if I were to draw a line through the center of this square, I'll make use of a thin long chain, and this is how it's drawn. You draw a thin line, and then you draw a long segment, you stop, draw a short segment, draw a long segment, stop, draw short, long, short. So you can see what we have here. We have what is known as a thin long chain. So it's a chain because it has a long segment, short segment, long segment, short segment, long segment, short segment. Then we also have the thick long chain. So the thick long chain is used for cutting planes and viewing planes. So when you are cutting through an object, you make use of a thick long chain, and it's very simple. All you need to do is you are going to thicken your thin long chain. So if I draw my thick long chain beside it, it will be thicker, short. So you put more pressure on your pencil. So you can see that this thick long chain is thicker. So this vertical line on the right is called a thick long chain, and it's used for cutting planes and viewing planes. Then this one on the left is called a thin long chain, and it's used for center lines. It's majorly used for center lines. So center lines are the lines that pass through a circle. So I will show another example of a thin long chain. Now this is another example to demonstrate the thin long chain. Now for example, if I draw a circle of radius 2 centimeters, so basically I measured it on a ruler from 10 to 12. From this 10 to 12, here we have a radius of 2 centimeters. Now basically, if I draw a circle with this is my center, and I draw any random circle. So the reason why I'm drawing random things here is because we've not started drawing formally. So when we talk about other episodes of this course, we'll be drawing standard shapes. But for now, this is just an introduction. Now basically, when I draw this circle, so this is the center of the circle. Now if I were to draw a line passing through the center, that would be a thin long chain. So it's used to indicate a center line. So that would be, I'll draw a line like this. So you can identify this as a thin long chain. So this is the one used for center lines. Then we also have the ruled line and short zigzags for long break lines. So basically, when I talk about long break lines, they are lines that are used to show when you cut an object into two. So basically, if we were to cut this rectangle from this side, so we represent that with a ruled line and short zigzag. So basically, we'll draw something like this. Then we'll do a zigzag, line, zigzag, line. So make sure your line is straight, zigzag, then again, line. So this is the kind of line I'm talking about. So basically, this is when you cut an object into two in technical drawing, you make use of a ruled line and short zigzag. Then we also have a thick wavy line for short break lines. So when you are trying to break an object, when an object is broken, so for example, if we broke a part of this circle, if we broke a half of this circle, we'll make use of wavy lines. So if we broke this part, we'll make use of wavy lines like this. This line is used for representing that a part of it has been broken. So it's used for short break lines. So if I clean this part, you can see that it actually resembles a broken circle. So these are just lines, and these lines, they are accurate representations that are used all over in different aspects of technical drawing. Now that is all. And to recap, I'll talk about the different lines we've talked about in this episode. We'll talk about the thick lines. So these are thick lines for outline. These are the thick lines. An example of this is a thick line. This is a thick line. This is a thick line. And this is a thick line. So we also talk about the thin lines. Now this line, whether you can see it or not, this is a line. This line at the down. This line is a thin line. It is not very visible, but it's existent. Now it's a thin line, and it is used for dimension lines and projection lines. So thick lines are used for outlines. Outlines are the form lines of an object. So this is the form line. This is what shows you that this is a rectangle. Then we also have the thin short dashes. So anything that is hidden is drawn with the thin short dashes. You can see this hidden rectangle. You have these dashed lines. So that's called the thin short dash. We also have the thin long chain. So thin long chain is used for center lines. So you can see this is one thin long chain at the left. This one. We also have this one here. This is another thin long chain. Then we also have the thick long chain. This is at the right, at the left rather. So this is a thick long chain. So this is a thick long chain and this is a thin long chain. So this thick, thin, thick, thin. So there's a difference. You can see it's obvious. Then we also have the ruled line and short zigzag. So when you break an object, you make use of this line. This is called a ruled line with short zigzag. Then finally we have the thick wavy line. This thick wavy line, when you cut an object in a small portion, you make use of thick wavy line. So that is all for this episode, and hopefully next episode I will be returning with some other drawing tips. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next episode.